Lafreniere in the face-off circle. And the Blazers up against Sam Spihar. Puck is down. Saturday Night Hockey at the Sandman Center. Both these teams coming off losses in last night's game. Right away, Nathan Free tried to get the puck down low in the corner. Centered in front through everybody to the line. Sutherland, long shot, blasted well wide over top of the goal. Winterhawks still some skill, that's for sure, after losing their top four point producers from last season, and they got some NHL guys like Carter Sutherland here who dumps the puck in on second effort. You can tell Portland's trying to play a little bit quicker tonight after a slow start. Lead pass through center, knocked away, picked up though. Lafreniere had it for a second, got it ahead now to Jordan Keller. Keller trying to get that puck free, and he does. Keller just couldn't get it free from Nathan Free. Free played with the Brooks Bandits of the BCHL last year, had a pretty good season, including 30 goals. Puck in behind the Blazer goal. One-handed around by Garris, who got bumped out of the ice. Blazers J.P. Hurlburt, he'll pick it up. He'll get it ahead and chip that puck in. Pushnika after it for Portland. And shovel it ahead, turned it over. Bame trying to find a little bit of room, got it to Hurlburt. Hurlburt takes off here. Hurlburt has a man with him, shooting on goal. Stopped by Stevatak, kicked out that left pad. Hawks the other way. Pushnika plays it up the left wing side, gets the return pass. Pushnika in, backhand pass knocked away. Portland still controls on it. Miller, his shot, that's blocked. Hurlburt trying to find it, he'll get it ahead, kick it back out to center. So a bit of a flurry on both sides as we play a minute and 20 into this opening period here in the Sun Country Toyota broadcast booth. Puck kick back in Blazer territory. East Segurum, he'll go back and collect. Blazers without, you could say, two of their top four defensemen without Rhett Ravindal and, well, Harrison Brunig. If he comes back, of course, you know that he's part of that group. He continues with the Penguins as the Blazers get a turnover. Oh, and Cooper finds Thompson, and Andrew Thompson had that shot blocked in tight. Good shot blocked by Kyle McDonough. Puck comes out near center. Logan Lanty gets a stick into the mix, and the Blazers are going to need all their depth here this evening. Here comes Rudig, Chase Rudig, good skating defenseman, works in sharp angle shot, and he scores. He found some room here somehow on that short side, and Rudig scored a goal similar to how Harrison Brunig scored a goal last night for the Penguins, coming in from that right point and finding some room here, and the Blazers again give up that first goal of the hockey game. Just a minute 56 into the contest. Rudig, yeah, worked that way into that right, got to the bottom circle, and somehow found a little bit of room on Ivans Kevterin. So not the start the Blazers were hoping for. And the Winterhawks here, obviously a little bit more pace in their game after a loss in Penticton. Blazers try to backhand a puck. Markell moves it ahead to center. We'll get that call in the goal as the puck goes into the bench for a stoppage.
Scored by number 7, Cade Rudig. The assist to number 9, Jordan Duguay. The time of the goal, 1:56. Rudig from Duguay at 1 minute 56 seconds.
And after the puck into the bench, they'll face it off just outside the Winterhawk blue line. We mentioned 11 straight on the road, poured out of the Portland bench, so they get reset by Riley Balson. Off the face-off, it hopped free, and Carter Sutherland will get it ahead. He'll dump that puck right on goal, stopped by Kuvterins. Ryan Michael gets the puck around. Markell trying to move it. It's chipped ahead. And now Lafreniere gets it here to Jordan Keller. Keller at center will throw that puck in. Sutherland after it here and behind the net. Poked up the wall. Portland turned it over in front of the net. Can Keller jump on it? Got it to the line to Ryan Michael. Michael's long shot looking for a redirect. It never got through. And the Winterhawks Sutherland will get it on the right wing, and the Flyers prospect will dump it right on goal to Kuvterins, who will just elect to hold onto it, and we'll get a whistle. Also broadcast here this evening, so stay tuned for that. Of course, we'll update the scores when we can here throughout the night. Face off to the left of Kuvterins. It's picked up on the near boards. Controlled by Miller. Miller trying to work in. Got his pocket picked, and Hurlburt will take off. Up the right wing, Bame will try to join him. Hurlburt into the middle, still holding. Bame scores! Hurlburt leads the rush, dishes to Bame, and Bame bangs it home. And the Blazers have tied it just like that. Less than a minute after the Rudig goal, it's the Blazers in transition, and Nathan Bame has tied it. Blazers forced the turnover, and it was Hurlburt taking it up the ice into the territory, cut into the middle, had a one-time pass to Bame on that right-handed shot. And the Blazers, yeah, back and forth. These two highly offensive teams here to start this game. Nathan Bame was set up man last night, but we'll get on the board here. Hurlburt will likely get the only assist. We're tied at 1. Let's get the call.
His 4th of the season. Scored by number 29, Nathan Bain. The assist to number 2, J.P. Hurlburt. The time of the goal, 2:47.
And now whistle and icing called against the Winterhawks. So game with that one-game suspension, which is pretty much an automatic when it comes to a major penalty awarded on the supplemental discipline. And now the Winterhawks, whoop, did they throw that puck out of play? Is that a penalty? I think it is. I think it might be a delay of game call. Let's see. Are they going to did it maybe go off the glass first? All right, maybe not. And they're going to wave out centerman McDonough. Face off to the left in the Portland zone, off the draw. Lafreniere got spilled. Keller and also Bonkowski trying to work it free. Worked into the end boards. Able to make the play on it. Jordan Duguay will get it ahead, and the Blazers looking for a puck at center ice. Diabald reverses it, able to get a stick on it, break up an opportunity. Bonkowski wheels back in his own zone, right in front of his own net. Got a puck up the wall, picked up his own puck. No, Winterhawks jump on it first. They turn it right over, though, and Pushnika will take it back inside his own zone. Pushnika, real good defenseman, came over mid-season last year. Utah Mammoth draft choice. Here's Duguay working in. He got stick checked. Blazers after the puck on the near boards. Comes back to the line. Pushnika sends it rink wide into the open corner. Blazers Timchak trying to defend against Carson Dick. Comes back left point. Lock shot in front of the goal. It's still loose and kick free. Timchak onto it. He'll backhand it off the wall. And Bonkowski will get it here to Jordan Keller. Keller, end of his shift, will dump that puck in. Line mates will change in behind him. He'll go chase Pushnika after the puck here to the near corner. Bump with him. Portland in their own zone. Circling back the other way. As Jake Gustafson tries to move the puck out and make that Will McLaughlin. Blazers force a turnover. Bame is onto it. Bame trying to go back door. Loose puck chip just wide by Cooper Moore. Bame, Cooper Moore, and Hurlburt align tonight. Bame comes off the wall with a nice play. Into the middle of the ice, holds and shoots. Shot blocked. Bame got it back, sends it right on goal. Sharp angle shot by Stepatak. Portland controls. They've turned over the puck a couple of times in their own zone. Now they'll stretch it ahead. Back in Blazer territory. Michael defending, trying to hold off defenders as he ties up to the near boards into the Blazer territory. Trying to dig that puck free for the Winterhawks is Alex Weiermeyer. Real good player, went to Vegas selection or Vegas prospects camp. Here's Nathan Free to the middle. A shot on goal, stopped by goaltender Cook Terrence. Terrence will make that save on Nathan Free. Free, we mentioned, coming over in this new landscape, played at the Brooks Bandits. BCHL won a title this last season. And last year in 54 games, Nathan Free 30 goals, 36 assists for 66 points. Is in the building tonight. A t-shirt throwing, dancing super fan as the puck comes to Cook Terrence, and he will make that save from long range and just cover up here again. One game here. Puck chipped up the wall, back near center ice, front of the penalty box doors. 4 players battle for it. Dug free by Thompson, and then Owen Cooper will center it in deep. Goaltender Stepatak out to play it. Passes ahead. And now on the right wing, it's sent by Sutherland out to center. Blazers Issa Gurram defending. Gurram gets the puck out to center, plays it back here to the Winterhawks blue line. Slobodian, veteran D, gets it ahead to Gustafson. Blazers intercept, and on it is Bonkowski. He'll get it to Gurram. Gurram listed high, took a bit of a late hit up high, but he's all right. Comes to center, and Joaquin Garris will dump that puck in. Garris, real smooth skating, 16-year-old defender. Blazers really young on the back end as the puck will come to Kafterans. He will keep the play going, but first is Weiermeyer to it. He'll center in front. Bonkowski takes that puck away. Bonkowski out of his own zone. He'll fly up the left wing side. That pass to Keller missed the target. Circling back on the play here is Timchak. Timchak D to D with Diabald. And then Timchak will try again. Gets it ahead to Keller on the left wing. Keller trying to find a little bit of room. Puts on the brake. Stops. Hat-trick last night. Down low pass. Into the corner. Lafreniere. Now to Timchak. Left point. He'll load a fire right on goal. Stopped and held by the goaltender Stepatak. And a little bit of pushing coming here, but not much will come of it. We'll take a 60-second radio break. We're tied in 1. This is Petland Blazer Hockey. Overtime goal in Portland early last season. That game was a bit of a coming out party for him, and he's been rolling ever since. Here's the Winterhawks on side. Carson Dick pass in the middle. Blazers break it up. They give it right back. Shot attempt coming. That was blocked away, and the shot from Carson Dick. He'll continue with it. It's bumped into by Lafreniere. Winterhawks back on the puck. Here's a shot to the line. They score. Pushnika able to get on that one with a over celebration at 6:33 as he finds some room, and the Blazers just couldn't get onto that puck. And so far, the imports playing big roles in this game. You got both goaltenders imports, and now Pushnika able to give Portland the lead back, 6:33. So these teams have combined for 10 shots on the MJB Lawyers shot clock. But the Winterhawks have 2 of those 3 goals. And the Utah draft pick plays with emotion. He'll get his first goal of the year in his 3rd game, missed opening weekend. The Blazers find themselves back down a goal again. Might need some saves here at some point this weekend. Hasn't really been something they've been afforded. Blazers out of their own zone. Bain will kick it ahead on the right wing side.
Of the season scored by number 77, Max Pechenichka. The assist to number 9, Jordan Duguay, and to number 17, Carson Dick. The time of the goal, 6:33.
Puck tied up here in behind the Portland goal. Blazers Hurlburt being leaned on, trying to cycle it, but outnumbered, and Weiermeyer will get it ahead. And Gustafson lost it to Bain. Bain will chase the puck down. He'll get to it first to the corner. Bain trying to center it out in front. He was looking for Hurlburt, taken off the doorstep by Sutherland. Blazers get it back. Another lock shot went wide of the goal. Bounces on the near boards. Bounces back to center. Ryan Michael will send it back in deep inside the Portland zone. Slobodian will pick it up on the right side, brought in by Miller. Ryan Miller works his way into the corner, drops it here back to Sutherland. Sutherland back to it, spins it back down low. After the puck on the wall to the line, held in by Sutherland. He'll work in, backdoor, one-time attempt. You can see that setting up, but it was fanned on. Sent back in front of the net. Blazers Bonkowski trying to get to it. Winterhawks quickly on pucks here tonight so far. They've been the more tenacious team. Garris trying to free up this puck. Now some help from Gurram. Gurram's tripped up. Yeah, that's going to get called, and Winterhawks are going to take a penalty deep inside Blazer territory. Okay, Blazers here trying to get that power play going. 3 for 10 last night on the season. 26%. 8th in the WHL. Second unit will start. They didn't get a lot of time last night off this draw. And the puck is knocked ahead up the right wing. Carson Dick trying to work his way in. And the Blazers go back and pick it up. Owen Cooper in behind his own net.
Tripping at 8 minutes, 2 seconds.
Tripping call to Gustafson, Jake Gustafson. And the Blazers get it to center. Bonkowski trying to get it in deep. And the second unit didn't get a lot of opportunity last night despite the 10 chances. A lot of them coming in that 3rd period where the Blazers were pushing for a tying goal. Thompson steps around one on the left wing side. He'll ram it around. Blazers waiting for it on the wall. Referee sort of got in the way, broke up the flow of that a little bit. First to it is Thompson here in the near boards. Back to the line, held in by Issa Gurram. Gurram passes off, and now Owen Cooper. Down low pass, got it here to Thompson. Thompson in front, tried to center, just missed his man. That was Bonkowski in front of the goal. Blazers get it back, Gurram. Back here left side, Owen Cooper. Cooper rink wide, a pass. Picked up on the wall by Cooper Moore. Cooper Moore sends it to open ice. Blazers get it back here to Owen Cooper again. Cooper into the middle, looking for that redirect. Loose puck. Bonkowski gets it back. Nice little play to set it up. Back to Gurram, but that puck left the zone. It'll go all the way back inside Blazer territory. 45 to go in this end of the roll power play as we approach the midway point of the first period. Gurram gets it ahead. It's J.P. Hurlburt. Hurlburt regained the zone of Keller. Keller to the middle. Back to Hurlburt. Couldn't pull the trigger on his shot. His stick was tied up. And on the wall, Sutherland will make the play. Short-handed up the ice. Keller trying to get back defensively with David Hoy going to the goal. Sutherland in shooting. And the Blazers get a good save there from Kafterans. In their own zone, Bain dropped it back here to Ryan Michael. 2-1 Winterhawks. Blazers tail end of this first power play. Drop backwards to Hurlburt. Goals in every game as the Blazers so far this season. Whacked off the puck. It'll come back to center. That'll pretty much do it here for the power play. And the Blazers wind it back up again. Nathan Bain, who has the Blazer goal, gains the zone. Lost the puck, bobbled it. Rolling around, overskated. Winterhawks get it ahead. Gaining the zone here. Sutherland works his way in into the middle. Back door, looking for a man. That missed the mark. Back on the far board side, Winterhawks showing good pace in their game here this evening. Onto it, a shot way over top of the net from Sutherland. Back along the wall, Weiermeyer takes it to the middle, loves to shoot from there and does. And Kafterans didn't quite see it until the last moment. It was wide of the net. Winterhawks working hard in this opening period. They're on the puck back to the line again. Shot again, shot wide. That one from Rudig. Blazers finally take it free, but can't control. Hurlburt lost it. Miller to the middle. Saucers a pass into the corner. Back on it, Weiermeyer. Top line for the Hawks. Ryan Michael trying to defend. Weiermeyer in front center. Loose puck. Goaltender down. Couldn't find it. Shoveled to the far boards. Play continues in the Blazer zone again. Comes to Sutherland. Dished off. Puck into the middle. One-hand pass into the corner. Michael's been out there forever trying to get off the ice. So is Hurlburt. Miller off the wall as a screen. Shoots it over top of the net. Blazers need a whistle or a clear in a big way. Stroop's been out there a ton. Hurlburt trying to find some energy after playing a ton of minutes in last night's game. Sutherland got around him. Now controls. Back to the line. Shot attempt block. Gustafson let it go. Miller back onto it here. Boy, Blazers need a whistle. Long shot. That's blocked by Keller. Winterhawks again a shot. Getting the puck. Yeah, covered up, and Terrence finally does. But a tired group was on the ice for way too long. Knocks it down to 8:26 to go in the opening period. We mentioned, more play time for the top players and penalty kills. Lost Josh Eves-Chesson basically middle of the game. Shot coming. Terrence blockers that away. Blazers Logan Lanty is on the puck. Lanty settles it down. Second effort, he'll chip it ahead. Hopped over Demansky's stick. Winterhawks with good pace. Here comes Spihar. Spihar works his way and shoots. Stop. Rebound cleared off the doorstep. Portland keeps coming. On the near board side. Controlled. Back to the blue line. Work back on the wall. Winterhawks skating around. Dished off here to the near board side. Darby lets it go in the corner. Winterhawks back inside the territory. Duguay comes off the wall. Couldn't get the shot away. And this Blazer fourth line is getting that puck out of dodge. Getting to the bench. Getting the change again. Work back here to Nathan Free. Free gets a little bit of interference. Now he gains on the right wing side. Try to break in. Sharp angle shot this time. Wise to his post was Terrence. He'll make that save. And all of a sudden in this last flurry, shots have exaggerated at 12-5 Winterhawks. One against Spokane. But Portland showing like they'll be a formidable challenge here tonight. Off the face-off, a shot attempt. That went wide. Off the stick of Dominic Kelly. Yeah, that's right. That is Nat's son, and he's on the puck now, trying to work his way in. First round pick. Works that back to the far boards. Shot attempt coming off the side of the net. Right now, Portland getting really good depth out of their lines, all contributing. Gurram trying to chase down Hoy. Hoy got tripped up. Foul on the puck. Blazers trying to get it out, and they all get it up the center. And on it now is Cooper Moore. Moore will get it ahead. He'll gain the zone. Dish off here to Garris. Garris shot attempt. Not much on it. Blocked into ankles. And the puck is sent back out to center. And the Blazers are on it. Ryan Michael. Michael goes backwards. And now sends a pass rink wide here for Owen Cooper. Cooper's pass attempt. Came back to him. Who wants it? Ryan Michael takes over. Got around one. Michael looking to dish this off. And then put it behind the net. Cooper Moore fought through a high stick. Puck freed up along the wall. Held alive here under the far board side. Puck behind the net. Dug free. Good play by Markell, but he was unable to find anybody as he centered a puck in front. Pushnika back on it for Portland. Pressured. Keller got interfered with, got bumped down. Lafreniere spotting Bonkowski. Just missed him with that pass, though. And the Blazers couldn't convert as they picked up the turnover. Lafreniere back in his own zone. 6:20 to go in the opening period. 2-1 Portland. John Keane in the Sun Country Toyota broadcast booth. Dick dishes up. Duguay free pass to the goal. Put it over top of the net. Timchak fell, and Duguay, with already 2 assists, had a clear path to the goal. Blazers dodge a bullet again. Puck chipped in here by Bonkowski, back in behind the Winterhawks goal. Fast flow going on right now. Puck out to center. Portland probably feeling like this is the best 15 minutes that they've had this season. They're getting all 4 lines contributing. And they've had a shot advantage and a 2-1 lead. Hurlburt had that puck hop over his stick. Ruddick trying to move it. That pass was intercepted. Hurlburt got it back. Down low! What a stop by the goaltender. Hops up over top of the net now. Stebatek made the save. He wasn't sure where it was, but he made the play on it regardless. Now Weirmeyer the other way for the Winterhawks. Dishes off Ruddick to the middle. Ruddick, that shot blocked by Gurram. Boy, what a flurry of action here. Both ends of the rink. Issa Gurram drops off a pass. Got it here to Cooper Moore. He'll flip it up here to Nathan Bame. He'll take off with Hurlburt again. Bame into the middle. Pass attempt. Moore trying to get it to Hurlburt. Hurlburt! Shooting stop. Rebound! Loose puck. They jam. Where is it? Blazers think they've scored here. Hurlburt pointing that it was across the line. Whistle sounds, and now we got a We got a melee in the crease. Now just wait. What is it? Have they called a penalty shot here? I think they called a penalty shot. Referee Pierce, I believe, has awarded the Blazers a penalty shot because the puck was covered in the blue paint by a member of the Winterhawks. He pointed. I didn't know if he was talking about where the face-off was going to come.
The defenseman covered the puck with his hand in the crease.
Here watching the Victory Plus feed, there was some chaos in the crease. It was there. Somebody in behind. Goalie grabbed it, looking for it. Yeah, right there. I think the guilty party was Ryan Miller, the Medicine Hat native. I think it was his hand on the puck that, let's see, I'm going to say probably likely here no goal, but still award the penalty shot. So no goal, but penalty shot has been awarded. Okay, here we go. Anyone can take it, and it's going to be JP who will take it here for the Blazers. First penalty shot of the season. JP Hurlburt will take it, looking for his 8th goal of the season. Play whistled in, and here comes JP. He'll take it, swing out wide right. Hurlburt back in the middle, shooting! Pad save, Stebatak. Hurlburt shooting all the way. Stebatak makes the save into a radio timeout. We're back in 60 seconds. 2-1 Winterhawks. Penn here with Keller's loud in the rink tonight. We got superfan Cameron Hughes leading the charge. Jordan Keller, hat-trick last night, dropped it off behind the net. Ty Bunkowski. Bunkowski on the wall, dishes off. Lafreniere. Sutherland trying to make a play onto it. Keller angles him, throws him hard into the glass. Sutherland didn't like that very much, knocked the stick out of Keller's hands. Sutherland up the ice on the left wing. Wilfley dropped back to Sutherland, chased, dropped it off, hopped over the stick of Markel. Markel trying to defend. Comes back left point. Right side, Sutherland. Sutherland shot off the end wall wide. Lafreniere, backhand into the middle of the ice. Blazers still, I think, wearing some effects of last night's game with the travel and with some of the other activities based on the minutes and how they were dispersed amongst the players last night. Puck chipped into the Blazer zone. After it here is Spihar from Minnesota. Handful of American players, including Spihar on the roster. Puck tied up on the wall. Shoveled forward. Pushnik keeps it alive. He'll send it back around the other way. Timchak. Lanty trying to get there. Timchak onto it. Rim back the other way. Owen Cooper. 17-year-old, nice pass ahead here to Thompson. Thompson and Lanty up the ice. Thompson and Lanty into the middle. Thompson holding, dropping. Lanty, sharp angle shot stopped. Logan Lanty getting a real good look to start the season. Played in every game. Puck back to center. Blazers back on it. Logan Lanty. Lanty gains the zone, driving wide on McLaughlin. Puts on the brakes in the corner. Shakes a check, but line mates are all changing in behind, and he's trying to buy some time for the cavalry to arrive, but knocked off the puck. Pushnika likes to skate with it. He'll gain the zone in the middle, but the play goes offside at the line as David Hoy was in a stride early. 3:17 to go in the first. Won that game last weekend in front of about 5,300 fans at the South Okanagan Event Center for the first ever WHL game in that city. Gustafson for the Winterhawks sends a rebound shot over top of the net. Blazers Michael trying to defend, got a stick into the mix. Weirmeyer controls. Weirmeyer knocks the pass out to center off the stick of Nathan Bame, who has the lone Blazer goal. 2-1 Winterhawks. Out chipped ahead. Miller trying to close the gap onto it. Miller, who was guilty of closing his hand on the puck in the crease earlier this period, as the Blazers were awarded the penalty shot. Rudig lost the puck. Blazers, whoop, they give it right back. Nathan Bame flipped it to a Winterhawks sweater. Second effort to get it ahead. Gave it right back to Gustafson. Controlled here by Miller. One-timer right on goal. Stopped, and it'll be covered up by Kufterins. There was a rebound for a second, but it's all frozen up. And night in Prince Albert. That's going to be a tough trip. Some of those teams playing some good hockey to start the season. Winterhawks win the face-off. Puck in behind the net. Darby trying to find it. Portland gets it back blue line to Sutherland. Bobbled the puck at the line, but then dished off. Sent back in behind the net. Jumped here to the near board, centered in front, shot coming, good save, rebound, goaltender down, and he'll make that save too. Kufterins, he's been busy this period. He should be fresh. He didn't play last night. He'll cover up for the whistle. We're eliminated by Spokane, but Portland put it together for back-to-back conference finals. Puck sent to the goaltender, long range, held by Kufterins, of course, and defeated Everett. Blazers in their own zone. Lafreniere looking for a little bit of room to skate. He'll flip that puck, trying to get it to Hurlburt. Hurlburt and Pushnika go after it here to the corner. Hurlburt had it for a second, trying to get it to Lafreniere, who's jumping in on it now in behind the Blazer goal. Lafreniere pulls the puck, gets it to Ryan Michael. Michael's locked shot, just steered away. Puck centered in front, behind the goaltender, scores! Who else? JP has another one. Goals in 5 straight games. He gets to the dirty area in front, and Stebatak couldn't locate it. And JP has tied the game. Lafreniere stuck with it. Shot came from Ryan Michael and glanced wide. And nice play by Bunkowski to pop it back in front. JP jumped on it. And he's been doing a lot of that in his short Blazer career. We're tied at 2, and JP keeps scoring here at the Sandman Center. Give Hurlburt his 8th of the season. Bunkowski will get 1 assist, and likely Ryan Michael. Let's get the call.
The season scored by number 2, J.P. Hurlburt. The assist to number 24, Ty Bunkowski, and to number 12, Ryan Michael. The time of the goal, 18:23. Hurlburt from
puck back inside Blazer territory. Diabald will play it up the wall here. Owen Cooper. Cooper trying to touch that puck ahead, but it was read well by Sutherland. Blazers trying to get that puck out now. Owen Cooper shipped up the window now out to center ice, front of the penalty box doors. Sutherland made a good play to get around Cooper. He will gain the zone again. Flyers prospect holding onto this puck. Now a 20-year-old backdoor pass, one-timer. And Kovteran's got there to block the far post. Isagurum strips the puck, gets this puck ahead. Blazers support that well. Nathan Bame gets it ahead one-on-one with Slobodian. Bame waits for a bit of help. Pushes the puck, tries to keep it alive. Cooper Moore in the mix, and Cooper Moore comes up with it. Right wing side, got held up, knocked down. Bame jumps back on it. The net's been pushed off here by the goaltender, but he actually reaches and puts it back on to its mooring. Shot blocked. A couple of Blazers there, Thompson and Cooper Moore converge. Ryan Miller for Winterhawks gets it to the blue line and then sends it in deep. Late change for Portland. Ryan Michael out of his own zone. Puck chipped in here by Demansky. Demansky giving chase Thompson and also Cooper Moore. Trying to find that puck on the near boards. Down to 4 seconds in the Portland zone. And the Blazers and Winterhawks trading blows in this opening 20. We'll go to the room tied 2-2. Entertaining period, fast-paced hockey, that's for sure. Silver and Gold, your home of the $5 watch battery, taxes and installation included. Danielle Silver and Gold at Sahali Center Mall. Puck in behind the Winterhawk goal. Forecheck here being applied, and Bunkowski freed it up. It's back to the blue line. Michael looking for a lane, sends it back rink wide. Lafreniere trying to go give and go here. Hurlburt sends it in front, but couldn't get the pass directed that way. Blazers good forecheck. Good jump here. Lafreniere on it here and behind the net with Bunkowski. And Hurlburt now Markel. Long shot deflected just wide. Side of the goal. Loose puck. Blazers Bunkowski. He'll jump on it here on the near board side. 2-2 game. Teams have traded goals back and forth so far. And that's where we sit right now. Puck on the line. Markel keeps it alive. Backhands it into the corner. Got it back to JP. JP a goal and an assist in that opening frame. Markel trying to keep it alive. He can't. It'll leave the zone. He'll swat it right back in, though. That allows the teams here to change, and Portland a little bit of room. Lead pass off the stick of Keller. That'll deflect back in the Blazer zone, and Joaquin Garris will go back and corral it. His first pass will hit a stick. Bounce into the corner. Blazers Gurram. He'll tie up in behind the net. Gurram able to come away with it. Gets it up the wall. Weirmeyer trying to find it for the Winterhawks. Blazers Garris trying to get to it as well. Puck tied up. Bame whacks at it. Can't move it. Got it back. Sends a pass here to Keller. Keller sends it back to Nathan Bame, who has a goal too. Bame works his way in. Fakes in front center. But Owen Cooper just couldn't get the shot away he wanted. What a good setup by Nathan Bame, who's back on it again. Long shot, shotted wide. It'll bounce off the dashboard. Back inside Blazer territory. Issa Gurram has to hustle to go back and pick it up. Weirmeyer's after it here on the near wall. Comes up with it. Try to center in front. Gurram, he's after it. There's a lot of flow in the first period. Not a lot of whistles. And we start that way here in the second period. Here's Thompson getting it ahead to Lanty. Logan Lanty in the corner. In the Winterhawks side, far boards, pulls it back to the blue line off his stick, and now a race for it. Timchak trying to run a little bit of interference without being called as it's chased down first here by Kyle McDonough. McDonough on the puck to the line. Darby couldn't control it. Blazers get it back. Cooper Moore through the middle on the puck. Lost it. Winterhawks get it back. Lead pass ahead at the left wing side. Carson Dick. He'll work his way in. Shooting stopped as Kaftarin's tested for the first time this period. And the Blazer Latvian goaltender made the save. Puck out to center ice in front of the penalty box doors. Duguay works it ahead. Good stick by Timchak there to be ready for it. And now that'll push the play offside. And Timchak involved in a little bit of pushing here. Boy, he's sure a full cage on here with the Blazers. And this Blazer young blue line, they're young, but there's a lot of promise there for sure. Winterhawks out of their own zone. A little bit of room here, working in. Trying to backhand that pass and make a play on it was Alessandro Damichelli. Yes, that's Nat's son, the former Blazer, who is now the general manager of the Vancouver Giants. Shot coming towards the Blazer goal. Kaftarin's didn't have to stop it. It was knocked away. Blazers trying to move this puck ahead, but it's held into the zone again. Play on the wall made by Ben Miller. Damichelli couldn't make the play. It'll bounce out to center ice, and Winterhawks go back and pick it up. Slobodian spins it ahead. Off skates. Keller couldn't find it. David Hoy for Portland. Drops it off in behind the Blazer goal. Ryan Michael looking for it. Back on the far boards. Spun back by Damichelli, wearing number 92 for the Winterhawks in his rookie season. Freed up and around. Nobody there for the Winterhawks at the blue line. Nearly too many men on the ice as they were making a change. Chip back in here by Wilfie. Wilfie goes in, and now they're going to blow it down on the offside, and we get a whistle nearly 4 minutes into the second period. The Winterhawks feature 8 American players on their roster, just counting things up in between periods, and that's getting back to some of the numbers they would have had 8 or more back sort of in the early 2010s, 2011, 12, 13, that era. Getting back to that here somewhat. And it's an American team that has maybe a recruiting advantage down south over some of their WHL counterparts. Joaquin Garris, back door, looking for a pass. Comes to Hurlburt, top circle. Hurlburt in, weak shot on goal, and able to save it his step attack. Looking for a rebound in front was Lafreniere off the draw. And Blazers 11 forwards in tonight's game with the suspension to Josh Evans-Chesson. They're not carrying a lot, and only started the year with 13 forwards. Vitsa Hasky's injury. And now the suspension, the one game. Puck towards Kaftarin's. Blazer goaltender gets down on a butterfly, makes that save, and the Blazers break out of their own zone effectively. It's Lafreniere through center. Stick lifted, got it rink wide. Looking for Bonkowski back door. Intercepted. The Winterhawks want to transition. Weirmeyer started last year playing NCAA hockey. Into the middle. Here's a chance. Good stick. Good step there by Diebold. Diebold just couldn't quite move it. Still battling with it. Puck free from him. That pass rink wide off his stick. Portland jumps back on the puck. Weirmeyer loves to pull the trigger. This time he turned it over. Blazers trying to get it ahead, but it's too far for Keller. That's likely going to be an icing call against the Blazers, and it is. Got, of course, plenty of local sports going on. High school football, Kamloops Storm. It's a busy, busy weekend of sports for Kamloops teams and athletes. Blazers in their own zone. Owen Cooper. He'll fish it free. He'll skate up the ice with Domanski. Domanski then gets to the bench. Blazers complete a change. And the puck through center. 2-2 game. Play calms down just a little bit after a flurry in that first period. Diebold goes back to pick up this puck in behind his own goal. Diebold reverses it here for Matt and Timchak. Timchak now to Nathan Boehm. Boehm takes his time now. Will cut up ice. Give away here to Timchak. He'll get it back. Boehm on the right wing side. Works his way in. Nathan Boehm behind the net. All the way around it goes. Penalty coming. Boehm, I think, took a slash, and that's going to get called. Blazers. Keller rips it on goal. Stopped it, held. And then Keller gets the sticks up with Sotheran, and Sotheran is at it with Timchak. And they're getting together. 6%. Keller, who had the hat trick last night, all on the power play off this faceoff. Hurlburt trying to get it back to the line. He does. Work back on the wall. Now back behind the net. Boehm. Boehm centers in front. Nobody back there, but Lafreniere takes it right point. Tommy Lafreniere works it in. Now giving way to Keller. Keller back to Michael. Michael stretches it across Hurlburt. Shooting, scores! JP finds Twine again. Give him 9 on the year. He keeps rolling. So does this power play. And the Blazers have their first lead of the hockey game. 6 minutes and 5 seconds into the second period. Lafreniere worked it down low. It comes rink wide. Michael spots Hurlburt. Hurlburt snipes. Boy, oh boy, he can rip it. JP can rip the puck, spread the word. Got it at the left dot, measured it, fired it. Red light. 3-2 Blazers. Hurlburt keeps scoring. What a pickup he has been. And the Blazers have the lead. We'll get the call. Michael will get one assist. We'll wait the other.
His 9th of the season, scored by number 2, J.P. Hurlburt.
Here come the Blazers again. Keller up the ice. Left wing shooting. Steered away.
And number 22, Jordan Keller. The time of the power play goal, 6:05. Hurlburt from Michael and Keller, a power play goal.
And Keller just had an opportunity of his own. Now the Winterhawks turn it over. Nathan Bain, back door, loose puck, and unable to spot it was Owen Cooper. And the Winterhawks go the other way. It's Duguay. He's had a good game tonight. Left wing side, good friends and teammates with Lafreniere back at Yale Academy. There's a shot. Terrence makes that save, and the Blazers try to get this rebound out of dodge. Can't do it. Nice little play at the line by McLaughlin. McLaughlin centering, circling around. Got it rink wide. That shot attempt by Weirmeyer, partially blocked. Issa Gurum in his own zone. Trying to get that puck to Garris. Reverse back. Tied up. Winterhawks keep it alive. Now the Blazers force their man off the puck. Bain took an awkward hit from Miller. And slow in getting up here as the play goes, puck goes up and out of play. Play whistle down. Should be taking to a radio timeout. Ford and the Prius both have combined electric and gas range of nearly 1,000 kilometers. How about that? Puck chipped into the Blazers zone. Terrence wants to play it, but he'll leave it in behind the net instead. Issa Gurum. Gurum hauled down. And Weirmeyer lost his stick in the process. Blazers dig it free for a second. Garris lost it back to Weirmeyer again. Weirmeyer pulls it from behind the net. Blazers trying to stick with a big 20-year-old who went to Vegas's NHL camp. Puck on the wall. Cooper Moore trying to break it up. Ryan Miller now pressured. Got pushed off stride. And Garris makes the play, and he's able to get it up the center. Blazers pick it up, trying to move up the ice 3-on-2. Couldn't get organized. Winterhawks right back on it. Rink wide pass. Ryan Miller has Duguay with him. Shot on goal. Terrence the save. He'll hold on. And a little bit more traffic in front of the Latvian goaltender. Down to 12:03 to go. Center, and again, last home game until October 24th, when the Blazers host the Medicine Hat Tigers in what we like to call the Orange Bowl around here. Tigers, WHL champions, look a whole lot different, but many think they potentially could get right back with a couple of pieces. Sharp angle shot coming. Blazers turn one over in their own zone, and now it's going to be Bonkowski forcing it back out to center. McLaughlin, D to Pushnika. Back to McLaughlin. Again, some of these players, Will McLaughlin out of Canmore, Alberta. Played Junior A last year. Puck tied up on the wall. Back to the blue line. McLaughlin gets it back D to Pushnika to the middle. One-time attempt blocked. Trying to set that one up was Nathan Free to let it go. 86, Nathan Free. Blazers in their own zone again here. Forecheck is back on here for the Winterhawks. Puck tied up here on the near boards. Comes Free here to Pushnika. He'll dish to McLaughlin. His shot changed directions on Terrence. Never reached the goal, though. Off the wall, Spehar. Blazers break that up. Lafreniere just backhands it to center. Passing to the middle, looking for Hurlburt, who has 2 already. Quickly chip back in the Blazers zone. Markell and Michael can't get off the ice here just yet. Lead pass Lafreniere again. Back to Michael. He'll move it. Bonkowski. Nice passing here to Hurlburt. Hurlburt trying to dangle Pushnika. And Pushnika comes up with a puck in the corner. Bonkowski bumps with him. Approaching the midway point of the hockey game. 3-2 Blazers lead. Here's McDonough. He'll gain the zone on the left wing side. Pressured by Diabal. Diabal comes up with it. Forces it ahead. Lafreniere trying to advance it. A little bit of a long shift for him. Couldn't get it going. He'll go to the bench now. Winterhawks back on their own blue line. Darby. D to Rudig. The all-Saskatchewan defensive pairing. Back on goal here. Shoveled by Terrence here to Timchak. Timchak touch Demansky. Now up the ice, here's Thompson. Andrew Thompson one-hands that puck in. He'll get after it here and behind the goal. Thompson comes up with it on the wall. Now freed up, shot coming. Ginra let it go. And Stebatak made that save. Ginra got it back, cycles it back down low into the corner. Ginra trying to get it back to the line. Garris kept it alive. Sends it to the open corner. Rudig trying to drop it off here as the Winterhawks try to move it from their own zone. Blazers jump right back onto it though. Long shot by Demansky. Changed directions in front of Stebatak, and Stebatak could make it make the save either. Didn't reach him. Blazers on the forecheck, forced another turnover. Keller gets it down low to Ginra. Ginra on the wall, just gave it away into the middle of the ice, and Portland end of a shift will get it ahead. Into the Blazer territory. Terrence comes out to play it to the open corner. Ginra chips it off the window, and that one he just ices all the way down, and Blazers won't be afforded a line change here, so a couple of small little errors will force them back in their own zone. Somewhat of a fresh group as 9:27 to go in the second period. Record than 1-3. They started up in Prince George without a handful of their top players and lost both handily. Puck chips back in the zone of the Winterhawks. It was touched with a high stick, so was game 4 of that series. Blazers were facing elimination. He was in the building that night, and Blazers rallied back from 4-0 down to force a game 5, and then force a game 6, and then, well, force a game 7. And if you talk to Cameron Hughes, he probably thinks, yeah, you know what, I started that rally. Backhand on goal. Terrence, good save on a nifty little backhand, a hard one from Weiermeyer. Puck work back on the far boards, dropped off. Ryan Miller and Keller after this puck. Miller comes off the wall. Miller's had a strong game, sends it toward the net. That deflected up in the air. Might have caught a piece of the paddle or the crossbar. Blazers reverse it, although Markel can't locate it. Duguay back to it. He'll jump on it. Dished off. Southern holds. Blazers got to get this puck out of trouble. Keller battling for it. Cooper. Markel plays it to the open wall. Portland trying to get a partial change. A good stick. Got it outside the zone by Owen Cooper. Cooper's going to get to the bench. Winterhawks will start a change, and the Blazers advance it to center ice. Golf that, chop that by Bame. Right back to center. Dama Kelly for the Winterhawks. Now Pushnika sends that puck into the Blazer zone. David Hoy after it here on the wall. Puck freed up. A little bit of room. Centering pass to 10. Blazers can't get it out. Darby fanned on it. Blazers poking ahead. Bame trying to take off. Bame, backhand pass. He'll spot Keller. Keller waits for help. Keller holds, trying to go back to Bame. Bame in front, and Thompson just couldn't tap it home. That would have been quite the setup. He put it back against the grain in the crease. Boy, Blazers nearly score a beauty off the transition, off the rush. Now the Blazers are going to take a penalty here. Tim Jack got to stick in, and when the power plays read 2-0 and a penalty shot, I think you're almost anticipating the next one to go against the Blazers, and it does here. Really un-Portland-like, 13% early in the year, 2 for 15. Granted, a lot of those power play pieces are now back into the mix on this squad.
2 minutes for tripping. The time of the penalty.
So that percentage probably doesn't reflect the talent they have on the ice, and they will control here. Southern bobble the puck, and it'll leave the zone. Blazers get a bit of a freebie from the veteran defenseman. Portland quickly recovers. Puck dumped into the Blazers zone. Terrence plays it up the window, but right there to Nathan Free. Free pressure. Got it back to the line. Southern back to Free. Back Southern. One-timer stopped by Terrence. Gurham trying to get it on the forehand, but couldn't get enough mustard on it to get it out. Nathan Free back onto it. Plays it back. Now to Duguay. Duguay slows it down. Minute 19 to go in the power play. Duguay gets it back. Down low pass into the corner. Blazer defender falls. Rink-wide pass, Free couldn't handle it at ankle height. Got it back to Southern at the midpoint. Southern walks the line, waits on it. Southern back right side, Free, shot, good shot block, good stick of Gurham, blocked that shot. Puck into the corner. Blazers trying to get it clear. Lafreniere looking for it. It's poke free. Gurham pokes it to himself. Can he muster it up? No, good stick of Duguay, kept it alive. Now it's given up to Bonkowski, and Ty Bonkowski gets it all the way down the ice. Blazers get a key change in here. Stretched ahead to Ryan Miller. Miller now in the power play. Gains the zone. Puts on the brakes. Michael trying to defend against him. Into the corner it goes. Near board side. Michael trying to pitchfork that puck out of there. Comes back to the line to Southern. He'll walk the blue line midpoint. Dish off back to Miller. Shot. Hit a body in front. Michael trying to find it. Loose puck. Winterhawks jump back onto it. McDonough waiting, holding. Shot attempt blocked by Markel. McDonough back onto it here on the wall. Markel pounding, hounding him. Blazers come up with it. They'll take it up shorthanded here. Moore and Keller. Moore looking for Keller, was cut off on the play. 15 seconds to go on the power play here for the Winterhawks. Take free Keller! Shot it just wide. Cooper Moore and Jordan Keller doing a great job here in the PK. Look at Cooper Moore go down low. Taking out a couple. Yeah, let him know. Sandman center. Winterhawks get her ahead. Power plays over. We're back to even strength. Still 3-2 Blazers. Under 6 to go here in the second period. Puck chipped ahead of the Blazers. Take off. They might have numbers here. Nathan Bame. The trailer's Hurlbert. Hurlbert takes the pass in. Back door. Oh, he missed the target. It was Tim Jack coming out of the penalty box. Maybe he wasn't anticipating that. pass. Hurlburt has 9 goals this season, Timchak 0, and maybe he thought that JP was going to rip it himself. So some chances here on both ends of the rink here. Blazers get it to center. Now Nathan Bame will circle back. Bame backhands that puck here to Michael. Blazers have their first lead of the hockey game with a goal from JP Hurlburt. Slobodian out of his own zone. Pressured from behind. Comes backwards now. Back to Pushnika in his own zone. Pushnika sends a puck out to center ice. Nice little chip to the middle. Gustafsson, shot attempt, blocked. It'll go into the Blazer corner. Puck in front of the net again. Loose puck dug free. Back along the wall. Sent back into the corner here. Winterhawks got numbers in front. Good stop. Kupterins dishes out. Where is it? He's on top of it. As Gustafsson had a chance. Spihar and also McDonough, and some good work by Kupterins into a radio timeout. Despite being outshot here, 22-17 on the MJB Lawyers shot clock. JP Hurlburt a pair, Nathan Bame the other. Off the draw, puck tied up, Blazers control. Timchak flips it off the window. Comes down, Bame will control. Bame will take it up the ice, he'll feed Keller. Keller couldn't get his stick on it. He's after it, the near board side. His second career hat trick last night in that loss to Seattle. Carson Dick, stick check by Cooper Moore. I think that Owen Cooper that time. Yeah, Blazers have Owen Cooper and Cooper Moore sometimes on the ice together this season, and the broadcaster's still trying to adjust. Here's Owen Cooper on the right wing. He'll dump that puck in deep. Stopped by Stebatak. He'll give away. Puck centering wide. Winterhawks Rudig is on it. He'll lead a pass ahead. Chipped into the Blazer zone. Garris goes after it here with Wilfie. Freed up here for Issa Gurram. Gurram's had a good night tonight. Lead pass ahead off a stick. Bame trying to find it, and Owen Cooper had to double back because he would have been offside with Bame already in the zone. Good atmosphere in the building. Winterhawks Pushnika out of his own zone to center. He'll forehand that puck in the Blazer zone. A little bit of time for Garris as he gets it, turns it on his forehand, and gets it out to center. Demansky touches it ahead, and here comes the Blazers' Thompson. Thompson gains the zone, driving wide into the corner. They tie up. Ginrock gets a stick in there. Thompson able to win a battle. Still on it with Thompson, side of the goal. Pulls it, try to get it on the backhand. Just couldn't convert the play. Finishes his check, though, along the end wall. And the Winterhawks Hoy gets it out to center ice on the left wing. Worked in here by Free. He got the puck to the line. Did that come out? It sure did, yeah. And the Winterhawks have to clear the zone as that there was a little bit of white ice between the blue line and the puck, and the Blazers a little bit of time out of their own zone. First pass fanned on. Demansky gets it back to center. Touched ahead, Lafreniere. Lafreniere on the right wing side trying to take that puck into the zone. Duguay is back to it, though. Duguay lifts the pass ahead. Spihar gains the zone. Trying to dangle in. Defended well. Still on it, though. Drops it off here to Slobodian. Blazers look for that puck. Dugay's after it here behind the Blazer goal. Duguay circles around. Still controlling. Lafreniere tries to break that up. Puck bouncing around. Winterhawks end up back with it. Curling again here is Nathan Free. Free, near board side. Tied up. Pretty strong on the puck. Got it back on the near boards. Rink wide pass right point. Here's the shot. Not much shot. Loose puck backhand. Kupterins recover to make that save. The Blazers here looking to get a change. Garris helps it up the wall. Bonkowski, can he get the feet moving? He does. He'll get it up the center feed. Lafreniere. The puck. Lafreniere might have a step here. Lafreniere puts on the break. Stops. Waits for a bit of help off the bench. Still onto it. Takes it. Drops it off in behind the net. Bonkowski. Hurlburt looking for the puck on the wall. Couldn't control. Lafreniere trying to get it back. Winterhawks will advance it. And Sutherland thinking about going for a bit of a skate. Then he got pushed off the puck. Blazers might jump on it. Hurlburt has Lanty. Hurlburt in. Holds weight. Shoots. And it's blocked and just wide. Lanty trying to jump on that puck. Hawks go the other way. It's Ryan Miller. Up the ice gives way to Weiermeyer. The trailer. Shot blocked. Blazers turn and burn. It's Hurlburt again. Hurlburt up the right wing side. Gives way to Cooper Moore. Moore delays. Waits for a little bit of help here. Into the corner on the puck. Boy, we go back and forth. It's a rodeo tonight. Blazers get it back to the line of Gurram. Gurram back on the near board side. Cooper Moore. Moore gives away. Hurlburt pulls. Fire. Shot blocked Moore had his stick tied up, couldn't get the rebound. Durham plays to the open corner in behind the net. JP lets it go to that open side. Tackled in behind the net here by a couple of Winterhawks. Cooper Moore jumps on this puck on the near board side, trying to come off the wall with it with Logan Lanty. It's stripped, and Ryan Miller is able to get it ahead to center. Tenacious, Hurlburt on the back check now. Winterhawks pick it up, a bit of gap here. Weiermeyer into the middle of the ice here. Weiermeyer driving wide, good stick by Diabald to poke it free. Final minute of the period. Weiermeyer still onto it. Bame couldn't knock it free from him. Holding onto it, another stick check. Winterhawks jump onto it in the middle of the ice here. Dish it off. Shot. Stop. Rebound. Blazers trying to get it out of there. It's into the corner. Diabald hustles to it. Fakes moving it up the ice. Uses his deep partner, Garris. Garris under some pressure. Garris spins away again. Works it up the wall to Hurlburt. He'll just get it out to center ice. Long change here for the Blazers in this period. And they need one right now. It's worked back right on goal to Kefterans. Will he eat it? Will he cover it? No. He'll give it off to Diabald. Diabald sends it back around. Blazers send it up to center. Nathan Bame looking for it. 9 seconds to go in the period. Are they onside? Yeah. Keller, left wing. Keller, sharp angle shot right on goal. Stopping play with 4 seconds to go. And then the sticks get up again. Sutherland has been all over Keller tonight with a really high stick. Getting that cross check up. And at some point here, referee Brandstrom is watching it all happen right in front of him. And he's let it go so far. But up. And it'll be worked back in the corner. That'll do it for the period. The Blazers will take a lead, and there's Sutherland and Keller again to close things out. That'll give us in the Blazer zone, and they've been cycling that puck around. They got some skill up front and some tenacity. They started well tonight, but the Blazers have evened it and taken the lead. Now we'll see how these teams play this third period. Puck at center, trying to dump it in was Michael, but Wilfley got to it, and Luke Wilfley will dump it in. It'll wrap around to the far boards. Markell looking for it. Chipped ahead by Bonkowski. Work back in the Blazer zone. Ryan Michael and Markell, the pairing. Markell passing off a stick to center. Bonkowski, nice little drop pass. Hurlburt has it. Dishing one-timer. Scores! Lafreniere fires it home. What a feed again from Hurlburt. And the Blazers pad their lead just 32 seconds into the period. How about that goal? Oh. I think everybody thought JP was going to get that puck in the forehand and fire it home, but Hurlburt can shoot it, and we know he can dish it. And he dished it here. He served it up on a platter. Forehand smack. Power play, or even strength, 4-2. Blazers have the lead. Big goal to start the period. We'll see if that changes the dynamics here a little bit of this one.
Goal, his second of the season, scored by number 16, Tommy Lafreniere. The assist to number 2, J.P. Hurlburt. And to number 24, Ty Bonkowski. The time of the goal, 32 seconds.
So Bonkowski also in on that one. Blazers in their own zone, trying to defend Durham. Durham digs it free. Oh, he left it off in front of the net. Dangerous there, but the Blazers get away with it. And Owen Cooper will push it ahead here to Jordan Keller. Keller chips that puck in. It'll come in behind the net. And given up there for a second by goaltender Stevetak, but he was able to recover. Now the puck dumped down the ice. It's going to come to the trapezoid here for Kefterans, who fanned on a pass attempt. Centered in front. The Blazers back and able to make the play on it. They'll chip it ahead. It's Lanty, just out of Logan Lanty's reach. He'll chase it down, looking for that puck on the near board side. Rims back to the far corner. So the Blazers have the game's last 3 goals to go up 4-2. Logan Lanty behind the net. I mean, some good work in there. Andrew Thompson after it too, trying to dig it free. In skates, comes free. And the Winterhawks are on it. They'll bring it ahead here. They turn it over at center, though, to Cooper Moore. Moore couldn't get it in deep. It works back in the Blazer zone. Timchak back there to collect. Timchak played it to the open wall. Cooper Moore dodges a check. McDonough trying to make a play on it. Blazers dig it free. Good stick by Andrew Thompson to get that puck to center before it's sent right back in the Blazer zone. Timchak and Diabald on the ice. Blazers youth movement on the blue line right now. Lead pass into Cooper Moore's skates at center. Blazers jump on it. Demansky. Blazers get a little bit more depth going on the lineup here on the ice with a 2-goal lead. Ryan Michael chases down a dump back into his own corner. Michael advancing the puck quickly to Domanski. A little bit of room up the ice here now for Keller. Keller dropping Domanski, shooting, stopped, rebound, cleared by Pushnika to the open corner. He wants to go for a bit of a skate. He will, up the right wing. Works that puck, stopped at the blue line, and Markel quickly moves it out near center ice. Boy, Blazers have been so good at transitioning here in this game. Markel holds his man up on the wall. Now gets the pass from Michael. Rims it around here to Ginra. Ginra lifts it, didn't lift it high enough though. Work back on the near boards. Michael feeds it back in behind the net. Jordan Keller trying to get there along the wall with Domicelli on the far boards. Alessandro Domicelli grew up in Switzerland. As the puck works back on the far boards, Blazers eventually get to it and send it all the way down the ice, but under some siege, this will be an icing call, and the Blazers will not be afforded a line change. The Winterhawks this season, it's a bit of an odd number for sure, and they'll play 2 of those 3 in this building. In fact, they'll come up here fairly early, November 1st and November 21st, and that'll be the season series. Blazers back in their own zone. Stick lifted of Garris, comes free, back door, shot just wide. Boy, Winterhawks had that set up, and Weirmeyer looking to the rafters about missing that opportunity. He's got a good shot, accurate one, but couldn't find the mark on that turnover. Blazers dodge a huge bullet. Issa Gurum, he'll gain the zone. Gurum dishing, Hurlbert on the near board side, rims it around to the far wall. Bunkowski back along the wall, trying to get that puck to Hurlbert. Sutherland gave it up, trying to get that puck to Hurlbert was Bonkowski on the turnover. Portland is center, Sutherland works it up the wall, chipped into the Blazer zone. Behind the net, Sutherland, the D-man way up ice. Blazers Gurum under a bit of pressure. Now he's going to turn it to his forehand and drop it off. Blazers slow it down. Winterhawks get a change. Blazers, Hurlbert up through center. Plays it back. Gurum under some pressure. Whoop, and the Blazers give it up here. Now they got to defend. Gurum gets a stick into the mix. Work back in behind the Blazer goal. Dropped off here to McDonough on the drop from Carson Dick. This has been an effective line for Portland tonight. It's a bit of an unforced error for the Blazers, though, in their own zone as they get it ahead. Lafreniere trying to get it out. Hurlbert stopped it, and now with some room perhaps for Diebold. Diebold gets it to Bonkowski. Bonkowski's going to gain. Long shot off his stick and bounce wide of the net. Bonkowski first to it in the Winterhawk corner. Dropped it off here for Thompson. He's had good pace in his game tonight. Gets it in the line to Timchak. Timchak just is off for Diebold out of his reach. Cooper Moore takes over behind the net, trying to center a puck in front. Winterhawks back onto it. They'll work it up the right wing side, get it as far as center. Turned away in the play, and Thompson swipes it back in deep inside the Portland zone. 4-2 Blazer lead. They've been outshot 24-20 on the MJB Lawyer shot clock, but have the lead. Capitalizing on their opportunities. Rudig for Portland. He'll gain the zone on the right wing side. Play that puck behind the Blazer net. Tied up. Thompson trying to move it. Does. Couldn't get to that loose puck. Dished off now. Pushnika couldn't get the shot away, and then got spilled for his efforts. Logan Lanty in his own zone. Puck ties up. Thompson helps it around to Ryan Michael. Michael, nice little drop off back to Markel. And the Blazers break pressure to center. They give it up though. And Pushnika backhands it into the Blazer zone. 6 minutes gone by here, third period. Michael. And the Blazers get it ahead. Nathan Bain trying to take off. Whoop, couldn't find that puck at his skates. Another chance coming. Shot wide. Blazers playing a little bit of fire here right now in their own zone. Trying to move pucks effectively. Puck tied up. Keller for the Blazers, looking for it. Tied up, Nathan Bain trying to get there. Keller has it in his skates. Bain, a little bit of room here to look up ice. Now it's going to be flipped high down to the Winterhawk blue line. Taken off the doorstep here by McLaughlin. He'll get it on to Spihar. Spihar, sharp angle shot, stop. Big rebound, Keller. Long shift for him. His legs are out of energy. He's going to backhand that one in slowly into the Portland zone. Winterhawks fire it back into their own territory. Sutherland, another long stretch here without a whistle to Sandman Center. Everyone's going to get to their dinner reservations in no time here, the way this pace is going. Blazers, Nathan Bain. Strong game tonight. He'll get it on the right wing side. Bain flying to Lafreniere. Trying to cut in. Sharp angle shot. Shot it wide. Issa Gurum has it left point. He'll fire it back to the corner. Hurlbert in front. Deflection. Rebound. One whack. Stopped in front. And Stebatak is on it. He'll make the save. He'll hold on. Good flurry in front of the Winterhawks goal. Crowd in for kids night. You got Cameron Cheers, superfan, leading the charge. And the Blazers down on the ice level have been leading the charge here in the second and third period to build a 4-2 lead. Still plenty of hockey remains. Off the faceoff, Durham. D to the middle. Back door looking for Hurlburt again. He was all tied up. And the Winterhawks advance it up the ice the other way. Gustafson working his way in, passing off to the middle. Miller shot. Good shot block by Garris, and the Blazers get it off the doorstep. And Hurlburt is back to it. He'll get it to center ice. Nearly sprung Bonkowski and Lafreniere. As it bounces back on the Winterhawks side of center, they'll just spin it back in the Blazer zone. Goaltender Terrence, boy, he's been good since the early stages of this game. Puck chipped off the window by Lafreniere. Bonkowski trying to win a puck battle to the near board side. Getting a bit of help. Hurlburt lost the puck. And it's brought ahead up the ice here by Weiermeyer. Weiermeyer drops it off. Here's a shot. Good blocker stop by Terrence. Puck loose on the wall. Pinball's off skates. Here's a chance in front to the goal. It's loose. It's under the goaltender. Whistle sounding, and Terrence kept it in front of him. Good play. Sticks and gloves come up here again to Prince Albert from there, but lots of bus miles for this team as they depart for their longest road trip of the season Wednesday. Starting Friday night, next Friday in Prince Albert. Off the draw, Duguay dishes, one-timer, stick broke. Puck to the side of the in front, crossbar, loose puck. Did that go in? I think it might have. They're going to say a goal. It came out in front of the net, and Portland gets back within one with 11:58 to play. And the Blazers here will have to get back to work. They're going to put 2 seconds on the clock, and I think it's Duguay. Boy, he's had a good game. Red light was a little bit late coming on in behind the goal, and I think it's going to be a goal. Yeah, it's a goal here, getting that confirmation with exactly 12 minutes to play. And Dugay's going to add to his night 3 points going. And Portland is within 1. So crunch time here again. Teams have traded goals now in this third period. Goal at the 8-minute mark. Duguay will get it. And it's going to be his second of the year. 3-point game going for him. Blazers, Lanty off this puck in the Portland zone. Puck ties up on the wall. Brought ahead up the ice. Winterhawks will gain the zone. Little flip pass here to Nathan Free. Free circles back, sends it on goal right into Terrence. He will hold, and a little bit of a game one of that best of 5, 9-3.
Season scored by number 9, Jordan Duguay. The assist to number 17, Carson Dick, and to number 77, Max Pizhnika. The time of the goal, 8 minutes.
Blazers will have to dig in here. Seemingly somewhat in control for a few minutes of the action, but now back to a 1-goal game. Work back in the Portland zone. Nathan Bain trying to find this puck. Dug free by Duguay. Duguay sends it rink wide. Out to center ice. Markell looking for it. Touched ahead. A little bit of room on the left side now. Little pass to the middle. Nobody home. Bounces on the near boards. Markell ties up his man. Ryan Michael to it. Michael pressured. Comes up with it. To the line, not out, held in by Southern. His shot, that never got through. Jordan Keller chips it off the window. Held in again. Can the Blazers make the play on it? This time they can. They might have some numbers up the ice here if they can get organized, but Bain and Keller couldn't quite get on the same page, and it's sent back in behind the Portland goal. Southern pressured by Keller. Southern up the ice, got around Hurlburt. The D-man's going to lead the charge into the zone. That pass rink wide, McDonough. Backhand deflected, stopped by Terrence. Good save. At the line, puck held in. Another long shot kicked by Durham to his D partner Garris. And now it's reversed to Garris. Durham in behind the net. Durham trying to get a step, get out of the zone. At the blue line, lost it, but Garris calmly picks it up and backhands the pass up the left wing to Hurlburt. Hurlburt working a pretty good night here so far. 4 points for him. 2 and 2. He's been in on every Blazer goal. Puck chip back in the Blazer zone. Icing called against the Winterhawks. WHL. He entered the weekend with 9 points, tied with Rowan Woodward for the overall WHL lead. Thompson comes out with Moore and Lanty. Off the draw, Blazers win it to the line. Timchak got it down low, looking for Thompson. Puck tied up. Thompson tried to fight it, so was Lanty. Blazers cut it off. Cooper Moore back to the blue line. Timchak handles it on his forehand. Knocks it back down low. In behind the net, Thompson. Weiermeyer comes up with it. Spun out to center by Gustafson. Left wing. Chipped up. Blazers get back on it. Cooper Moore at center. Moore will just lift it high. Dump that puck down the ice as Weiermeyer finishes a check way behind the play. Thompson gets on this puck, gets it to Logan Lanty. Good group, good shift by this group on the ice. Again, the Blazers 11 forwards, so putting some lines together here on the fly in this one. Winterhawks up the ice, gaining the zone of the corner here. Chipped in behind the net. 9.5 to go, third period. Blazers Keller floats it out to center ice. Rudig sends it back in the Blazer zone. Markell, second effort to make the play. He'll get it to Ryan Michael. Michael ahead up the ice now to Nathan Bain. Bain will gain the zone. He's been a game breaker. Lost the puck this time, though. Blazers got to get back and defend. Speed for Kelly on the right wing. Kelly tried a shot, blocked. Durham defending. Comes up with this puck. Lost it, though. Rudig, a shot right on goal. Stopped. Blazers try to get it out. Good stick, though, of Kelly to keep it alive. Back behind the net to Nathan Free. Free is on it. He wants to go for a bit of a wheel, bit of a skate. Shakes one, shoots! Screen shot, missed the net. Nathan Bain trying to get to this puck. He will. He'll drop it off, though. Blazers turn it over. Shot blocked. Still loose in the skates of Durham. And now Jordan Keller is to it. Keller will just flip it out to center ice. Winterhawks go back and pick it up. Blazers force a turnover here. Rink-wide pass. It's Keller in. Shooting! Fought off by the paddle of the goaltender. Stebatak makes a paddle save. Puck got by him, but not the paddle. And the Winterhawks slow it down in behind their own net. Fans encouraging the Blazers up a goal, 4-3. Clock ticks here, third period. Hurlbert back on the ice now with the forecheck on Sutherland. Sutherland comes up with the puck. It's sent ahead out to center. Good stick, and Lafreniere trying to break it up. Duguay continues on to it, though. Got it to Nathan Free. Duguay has a man in front of the net. Now behind the goal, Blazers Hurlbert back to break it up. He'll send it to Timchak in behind his own net. Timchak hard off the window. Down the ice, bouncing puck, and a roll right on goal, or will it? No icing. Lafreniere gets down there quickly to break it up. Turned over. Bonkowski shooting, deflected wide. Hurlbert jumps back onto it here. JP to the middle. Bonkowski shoots! Blocked. Fearless block in front of the Winterhawks net by McDonough. Now it's dumped down the ice. Might be icing if the Blazers can get to it, and they do. Markell gets back there. Whoa, dangerous moments in front of the Winterhawks goal. Feed here out of Kamloops. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. Face off in the Winterhawks zone, and McDonough wins it back in behind the net. And Portland will gain center ice and dump a bouncing puck on net. Those are dangerous. Kivtarens was careful with it. It's dropped off back behind the net. Blazers Thompson wheels from in behind his own goal. Gets it ahead. Makes the man miss. Look at Andrew Thompson skate in the zone. Ran into some bad ice and just had to backhand that puck back behind the Portland goal. Puck behind the net. Blazers force a turnover here. Cooper Moore ran into Thompson. They got their wires crossed, and then a slash of a stick. Thompson had his stick knocked out of his hands, and they say play on. Winterhawks push Nika. He'll gain the zone. Drop off to Weidermeyer. That shot, hard one. That was kicked away by Kivtarens. Blazers get it ahead. Bounce back to center ice. Cooper Moore jumps on this puck. Trying to avoid contact in front of that Blazer bench. Work back on the near board side. Durham defending. Sent rink wide into the corner. Nathan Bain trying to go back and pick it up. Stick lifted. Diabald in there helping out. It goes to the corner. Durham releases from the front of the net. Keller chips it off the glass. Gets it back to center ice. Blazers in there working hard. Owen Cooper frees it up. Here's Keller to the goal. It's shot and over top of the goal. He did everything right but just couldn't find the empty net as Stebatak went down perhaps a touch early. What an opportunity. Puck held in by Ryan Michael. Into the Portland zone, got it to Keller. Keller comes off the wall with a dishes, one-timer! Right on goal, stopped by Stebatak on the shot by Bonkowski. Radio timeout, under 6 to go, third period. What a game. Blazers up 4-3. This is Petland Blazer Hockey. Sun Country Toyota broadcast booth here tonight. Off the draw, quick shot, stop, big rebound. Ryan Michael fakes his shot. Michael sends it toward the goal. Never got to the net. Blazers would love that insurance goal back. Ryan Michael again, long shot, just trying to keep it out from being blocked. Shot it wide. Bonkowski back on this puck on the wall. Puck tied up. Lafreniere trying to make a play on it. Winterhawks get it free. And it's backhanded out near center. Free, and now Spahar. That was offside at the line. And that will stop play. Clock continues a hand pass, 5.5 minutes. Thompson on the left wing. He'll gain the zone. Thompson, long rising shot. That'll wrap and leave the zone all the way up the center. So Joaquin Garris will send it back to East Segurum. Head to Thompson again. He'll backhand that puck in deep. Blazers in the forecheck. Lanty. Rudig able to make the play on it. Get it out near center. Blazers Thompson cut off on the play. McDonough lost it. Thompson got it back. Boy, good work by Thompson tonight. Thompson will work that puck back in deep as we reach the General Grants Recycling Center final five. No icing, so it works back behind the Blazer net. Ryan Michael frees it up and around, touched ahead, and here comes Cooper Moore. Now to Nathan Bame. Bame slows it down, now goes fast forward with it. Bame cutting in, took a bit of a hook. Still onto it, sends it rink wide, nobody there. Picked up at the wall by Cooper, dishing. Keller couldn't shoot, now he does, shot blocked. Blazers trying to keep it in at the line. Nice play by Michael, too. Keep it at the blue stripe. Now Cooper, down low pass, into the corner. Work back to the line to Ryan Michael again. Michael down low. Back here to Keller. Good shift here for the Blazers with the lead. Keller controlling, holding, dishing. Back to Michael. Thought about a bit of pressure was coming, so he sort of abandoned the play on the defensive side of the puck. And the Winterhawks are two at Duguay. Got it to center. End of his shift dumped into the Blazer corner. Michael has to hurry back. Ties up well. Needs a bit of support here. And Nathan Bame is that support. Dish back rink wide. Hurlbert 2-2 tonight. 2 goals, 2 assists. Wary number 2 chips that puck into the Portland zone. Good head of steam here up the left wing here for Ryan Miller. Miller working his way and driving wide. Sharp angle shot. They score. What a pass in front. Pushnika jumped in. He's tied the game. And the Winterhawks have fought back to get it to 4-4 with 3:56 to go. And you knew it was going to be hard to close this out with the way Portland's been charging tonight. And Pushnika has had a good night offensively, his second of the game. And again, a little bit of good speed built up by Ryan Miller. Miller is able to, thought it was more of a sharp angle shot, but it worked out to be a pass. And we got a tie game here with 3:56 to go. And you think back to the chances that Jordan Keller just had moments ago with a good opportunity perhaps to put it away. 4-4. And maybe some would say probably where we should be in this game. 4-4 tie game. It's been a good one here tonight.
Second of the game and second of the season, scored by number 77, Max Peshenichka. The assist to number 23, Ryan Miller. The time of the goals.
So 3:38 to go. Puck in the Portland zone. Room for Sutherland, who backhands a pass off skates and sticks. Goes back in the Portland zone. Now in a tie game, we'll see how offensive these two teams get. Garris in his own zone. Backhands it up the wall, but that was read well. Work back along the window, and Monkowski will force it ahead. Got it to Lafreniere. Lafreniere will gain and drive wide. Take that puck along the wall and drop it off in behind the net. Picked up on the near board side, Ryan Michael trying to get that puck back to Hurlbert. Cut off of the play. Portland is center. Dama Kelly. Second effort off the stick. Blazers might go fast forward to this if they can. Hurlbert gains his zone. 1-on-3. Sends it on goal. Stopped by Pushnika. Easy save, long range, and Portland clears it back out to center. Blazers on it in their own zone. Joaquin Garris, a little bit of room here to step up. He wants to skate inside the zone. Now he dishes here to Moore. Moore, long shot off a shin pad wide. Works up the wall. Blazers, Demansky made the play, got spilled, but put it in behind the Winterhawk goal. Portland out to center. On the right wing, lead pass here to Carson Dick. Dick working his way in. Dick centered in front, and where is it? Have they scored? I think they have. Just wait. That puck go in. I think it did. Waved off. Where is it, though? They're going to probably take a look at this. The Winterhawks pretty convinced they've scored as Jake Gustafson. Red light didn't go on. Blazers here beaten wide a couple of times in this third period. We'll wait and see the verdict on this. Call here confirmed. Yep, that's what we thought. Okay, so now the Blazers trail like they did earlier in the hockey game. A 4-2 lead evaporating here with goals at the 8-minute mark, 16:04 and then 17:24. 17:34, excuse me. Full credit for the Winterhawks there. They've outshot the Blazers tonight. Probably outchanced them somewhat, but had a 4-2 lead early in the third period. So now the Blazers got to start thinking about getting the goaltender out at some point here. Face-off back underway. Hurlbert has it back in his own zone. Hasn't been a lot of power plays tonight. Hurlbert had a penalty shot earlier, 2 goals. He's going to gain the zone. Stops, delays. Blazers turn it over. Now they got to get Kivtarin's back to the crease here. It's an empty net. Kivtarin's left the net. It's shot over top of the goal. Weirmeyer dishes off, and the Winterhawks will put it away into the empty net. That puck goes through Ryan Michael. And Kivtarin's left the net, beeline for the bench, and Boy, that was just, again, not executed very well at all on the empty net. And Duguay will score the empty netter. He rolled it 5-hole on Ryan Michael trying to play goal. And again, that's just poorly executed. Goaltender came out, and they never had possession of the puck. They did initially, I guess, and then Terrence thought maybe he would double back to see if he could get back into the crease, but he was not paying attention, and it's an empty netter for Duguay, and that's a real disappointing final stretch here. Still 2:05 to go on the clock. Blazers Gurham back to Ryan Michael. At points wrapped up, it looked like. Blazers the other way. Lafreniere trying to cut in. Couldn't find the puck. Keller digs it free to the Blazers. Get the goalie out again. Michael. Down low pass into the corner. Flurry of goals in front, centered, and unable to convert toward the empty net again. That's a wide. It'll be an icing call with 1:41 to go.
Duguay from Wyermeyer at 17 minutes 55 seconds.
Polski, Michael. Blazers win the draw. Can they pull a rabbit out of the hat here at the line? Michael trying to hold it alive. Wyermeyer. Blazers after it, shifted back to center, poked down the ice, and it might be another icing call. It is. Lafreniere trying to pick it up. The Blazers here just soft. Be much easier if this is a one-goal. Trying to come back, but that empty net sort of bobble there again. That's something we saw last year. Puck centered in front. Loose puck. Bonkowski whacking away. Now it's back in behind the net to the near board side. Hurlbert, he'll collect. JP Hurlbert, middle of the ice, waits on it, holds it, shoots, stop, loose puck, battered out of midair, and right on goal to Stebatak. He'll hold on. Clock is down to 1:12 to go. Lafreniere to take this face-off. Off the draw, puck tied up in skates. Keller after it, freed it up. Michael trying to hold it in and does. Freed up on the wall, Keller looking for it. Beam back to the play, will spin it back in behind the net as we reach the final minute of the period. Hurlbert dropped it off. Bonkowski ties up, flipped it back to Hurlbert on the near board side. Helps it to the blue line to Ryan Michael. Michael lets a shot go. Where is it? It's loose and clear down the ice. Not enough on it to reach the back goal line. Michael will go back and pick up with 42 seconds to go. Flips the puck ahead to Lafreniere. Lafreniere advancing now to JP Hurlbert. 4-point night for Hurlbert as he gains the zone. Rims it around, ripping it here for Jordan Keller. Keller on the wall, gets it back down low, behind the net. Bame, 6-on-5 continues, they tie up, it's in skates and sticks here along the end boards. Freed up, Blazers get it back to Issa Gurham. Gurham dishing, Hurlbert couldn't pull it for a one-timer, now he shoots! That's off skates into the corner. Chance to clear down the ice, and that'll go wide for another icing call. Gurham going back to pick up 12.6 seconds to go. Lost that face-off. Domanski, puck rammed around at the line, held in by Cooper Moore. Down low pass, shot coming toward the net by Thompson. Held in at the line, Garris. Blazers got to get a quick shot away. Gurham at the horn, and that'll do it for this one tonight. Blazers take the loss. 4-2 lead. They had it early in this third period, but unable to close it out. And Portland fights their way back. They had the team with the most jump to start the game. And the Blazers can't find a way to get points even here tonight.